Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Friday once again, and we are back with WandaVision. And as always, if you haven't seen it, I suggest you stop this video right now because I'm always talking spoiler related stuff. You know, I tend to make my videos spoiler free, but I just can't help but just talk about it. I mean, it's a weekly episodic show. There's no way I can say anything without spoiling. But anyway, let's get right to it. Last week we left off, man, with, you know, we all got left with a shock when we see Pietro coming back, Quicksilver, Wanda's twin brother. But it wasn't the Pietro, the Quicksilver that we remember dying off in the Avengers. It's actually Quicksilver from the X-Men universe from Fox Studios. It has everyone speculating if this is the setup for the X-Men to cross over to the MCU. Plenty of theories out there, and others might say that's not what it is. Others say it's something more than that, but it's kind of looking, to me right now, it's kind of looking like, yeah, this is the setup for what's to come for all these other characters to join the MCU, which they might get their own show, their own spin-off shows, the setups for their own movies. But this episode starts off, it seems to be like in the 90s now. It's a reference, the opening credits are now a reference to Malcolm in the Middle. You could tell by just the, you know, that 90s rock music and the way the opening credits are set up. You got the little twin boys, you know, just talking to the camera like Frankie Muniz would. Pietro's like that cool uncle who don't really got his life all together, but he comes back to see Wanda. We don't know exactly how, we don't know exactly why, but you know, he's there. He's like that cool uncle. He likes to hang out with the kids. It's Halloween and everyone's getting ready to go trick-or-treating, and it starts out with Vision saying that he's gonna go on the neighborhood watch, and as a response to that, Wanda wants to say, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do. Well, it seems like she wants to say that. She kind of just stops herself when she says, hey, that's not what you're supposed to. And then she just kind of stops, and then she just plays it off and says, oh, okay. So you could tell that Wanda had other plans. That's not what her plan was for Vision to do. So it just makes you question, okay, Vision's kind of not being fully controlled by Wanda now as he once was and as everybody else. He's slowly just doing his own thing, and it's throwing Wanda kind of off guard. And throughout the episode, we see all these references to what I believe is references to the X-Men. The first one that I want to point out is Wanda's costume. I know she's got like the, at first I thought it was like a red devil, but then I took a closer look at the thing that she's wearing on her head, and it looks like the old school Magneto helmet. It just looks like that M, you know, that's on his helmet. Could it be just a coincidence, or are they just throwing hints at us, throwing hints in order to tell us that more X-Men related stuff, more X-Men related characters are coming? There's a point in the show where Wanda is talking to Quicksilver, and she yet again sees him in his, not alive, but obviously just shot up there. You see all the bullets, where the bullets went in, he's bleeding. It's just it's himself, but just dead. You know, it's like the corpse, just like when she saw Vision's corpse. So, and she just turns away. She's kind of losing it again, but then she comes back, and Pietro tells her, yeah, you just picked me off the floor, and next thing you know, I hear you calling because I heard you needing me, and then I'm here. Is she only bringing back family members, loved ones, or is she really just gonna bring back everyone that has passed away? All right, so we know Wanda is the one controlling everything, but is she a threat? Is this a lead up to, is this a setup for her to be a villain of somehow? There are rumors, there are theories that she's gonna be the villain, and Hayward strongly believes that she is. She believes that she is a threat and just wants to take Wanda out. We have Rambo, the kind of defending Wanda. She's on Wanda's side. She doesn't believe she's a threat, but she still wants to go in there and investigate. And as soon as she just mentions that she's not a threat, Hayward just flips and kicks her and the two other people out, kicks Darcy Lewis out, kicks the detective out. With that much anger that he had, it makes him look very suspicious, which is why Rambo wants to go back in the Hex, but Darcy kind of just stops her, and she tells her, hey, your cells are regenerating, your cells are changing, it's changing you, you're not the same. But she doesn't give a damn, so she just goes ahead, no, I'm still going. Vision's suspicion is now getting bigger and bigger. He notices that some people are just staying still. They have no little to no movement. He ends up running into Agnes in the car where she's just sitting there, and he tells her, "Hey Agnes, what's up?" He ends up touching her just like he did with his coworker, and she comes back to her actual self, and she's like, "Hey, you're Vision, you're an Avenger." But Vision has no idea, he has no memory of what she's talking about. But she ends up telling him, "Hey, that means, am I dead? Because you're dead." So then after she leaves, he ends up finding the border of the hex, and he goes through it. But he ends up just breaking apart. The more he goes out of the hex, he just starts like kind of like breaking apart, peeling. And I think it's due to the fact that he's dead, and that's why he can't survive outside of the hex. So therefore he has to be inside, which now that he's outside of the hex, Wanda realizes that he's in trouble because of one of her kids. You know, that he can hear his dad's voice. You know, he has his dad's powers. So she starts making the hex bigger, starts extending that fence, that border, in order to save him. But that actually consequently makes people get within the hex. People that weren't inside are now inside in this whole hex, this whole made-up world of Wanda. And one of them is being Darcy Lewis. Like, so she's going to be a key point in the future episodes because she knows everything that's going on. As well as Pietro, he knows that Wanda's doing this. He knows that he's dead. He knows that she picked him up. He's just trying to find out why. I mean, Pietro is viewing things with the same point of view as we are. We're just wondering why. Why is she doing this? Why is she creating this whole role? I mean, is it just because she wants Vision alive and she wants her brother alive too because she misses them? Or is there something much more than that? And that's what we're left off, like a big cliffhanger. But one thing that I want to point out before we finish this, that Agnes has always been that weird character where you're suspecting something, but you just don't know what is up with her. Like, you know she has to be part of something, but you just don't know what. But you know she's gonna end up being a reference like sooner or later. There are theories that Agnes knows what's up, that she knows what's going on. She's just kind of faking it in order to just convince Vision. But since now he's starting to know the truth, she's probably still playing it off as if she doesn't know every time he touches her. But who knows? She could be kind of like Wanda's inside person, where she fills her in on what's going on, or how Vision is doing this every time that he's finding something out. There are a lot of theories of that she even might be like a villain as well, but who knows? Yeah, my predictions, I believe, is that Darcy Lewis is gonna be a key character in the next few episodes, because now that she's in the hex and she knows what's going on, she's gonna be up to something, definitely. She might try and communicate back to Rambo and the detective through something. She knows that they are able to watch what's going on through the show. She's gonna do something in the show in order to communicate back. And as far as Pietro, I really do hope this is the setup for the X-Men to cross over the MCU. I hope that it's not just little cameo appearance just for the sake of the show. So WandaVision episode 6, have you seen it? What are your theories? What are your predictions on what's going to happen next? Is the hex going to just keep extending? Do you think it's just going to keep getting bigger? Is Captain Rambo going to succeed? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and consider subscribing to my channel so you won't miss a video. And that is all for today, and we'll see you next time.